Hi, Frankie.
Hey Lily.
How do you describe what you do in Union Square?
Okay. Um, it started out as like something on a whim. One of my friends, his name's TJ. Uh, he told me to just like head over to Union Square and we just hold up a sign that said 25 cents honest advice. And we kind of went there and we sat there for like a few. And since then, he's at college somewhere and I kind of just picked it up and started doing it every now and then. How do I describe it? I go to Union Square, I hold up a sign that says 25 cents honest advice, and I just wait for people to come up to me and speak.
How long do you stay there for?
Probably like 6 to 7 hours
Mm-hmm.
because I
Okay.
try to get there around 2 or 3 and then I leave at like 8 or whatever.
What's a successful day for you when you sit there? What do you think is like, oh, this has been a good session?
Oh, because generally I get like a few types of people. You always get the tourists that are asking for places to go, like what's better, the Brooklyn Bridge or the Manhattan Bridge? Questions about like what to do on a Friday night or whatever, like a Thursday night, and those questions are really boring because I could care less. But sometimes I just tell them about like weird shit, random shit, and then I get questions about a lot of like body image questions, which like very really surprised me at first because not because of the questions themselves, but because of the wide variety of people that asked me the questions. So you'd get like fucking like 10-year-olds that would ask me questions, and then you get a 40-year-old African American nanny that would ask me the question, and there's just such a huge contrast. And then I also got a lot of like questions like and then this other set of questions that fall into this bizarre realm. Like there's this one guy who came up to me and he was like, there were three girls that he was seeing. One of them was his girlfriend that he was having sex with, but then like the sex wasn't that good. And then there was the second girl where the sex was like fucking amazing, but like would cheat on you behind your back. And then there was like a third girl where like she's like really fucking hot, but she's one of those slimy girls. I don't know. Like yeah. And then he was like, okay, so which one should I choose? And I'm just like, oh my fucking god. Jesus Christ.
What?
Yeah, but yeah. Do you want to know what I said?
Yes, I'm
um,
really curious. What did you say?
I would have said, get your shit together, but um, my friend T, our friend TJ was like, okay, so which one has the most money? And then his girlfriend has the most money, so he's like, just go with the money. Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous. I was like, what? No, no, that's not how it works. Because
How honest do you say your advice is?
um,
Honestly.
yeah, tailor it for any reason. It's kind of annoying when they think that honest means good,
Mm-hmm.
which it really isn't. I'm not required to give any good advice at all as long as it's what I think is honest.
Mm-hmm. What qualities do you think that someone needs to be able to
To
do that so publicly and like wait for all these strangers to talk to you?
because the premise behind the whole honest advice thing is that you don't need anyone that is like extraordinarily intelligent or like very articulate or really anything at all, because most of the time the people that come up to me and ask me for questions, all they want to hear is exactly what their friends have been telling them from someone that they'll never ever speak to ever again or probably ever see again, and that's all they really need to act on that action. uh I don't really, I haven't really thought about that, because to be honest, a lot of human problems are very simple, right? For example, if you're overweight, how do you lose weight? You go on a caloric deficit, you just eat less. If you have a problem with your girlfriend, you just need communication. If you can't write how you want to, all you really need to do is like fucking like dig through all that shit. So like a lot of human problems, the solutions are simple, but everything else that surrounds that shit, that's what's complicated, and that's what makes it difficult to um, to to answer or to like to solve. That's what makes it difficult. Um, so as for like what qualities, I don't. I really think anyone can do it. Just like fucking like make a sign and go out there. Because a lot of the questions aren't particularly hard to answer unless you get ones about like, yeah, it really isn't difficult to answer at all, honestly.
Would you go up to someone holding the same sign for your own problems, or would you find a different outlet?
Huh. Yeah, I'd probably would. Yeah, it's hard. Yeah, I would. I
You
totally
would.
would.
That's good.
It's a fun idea. Yeah.
Who are your least favorite customers?
Oh, there are actually like a fair amount of people that walk up to me and have the impression that when it says 25 cents honest advice, it means that they come up to me and they give me a quarter and then I ask them for advice.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it's like really stupid.
That's so
So
weird.
you need advice on? And I'm just like, why the hell would you pay me why would you pay me to give me advice? That just sounds counterintuitive. Like, what the fuck?
What
But
was the most unexpected thing that happened or that you experienced when you started doing this?
oh, just the fact that people were like would fucking walk up to me and like give me a quarter, and then a lot of the time it's just like, oh wow, okay, that's that's fun. And it's only 25 cents, so why not? Like, there was this nanny that walked up to me and she's like obese, and she like asked me, she was like, do I need to lose weight? No, how do I lose weight, or some question like that, and yeah, I just remember giving her like a little like lecture on body image because I don't. It was just on my mind that day because I was at rehearsal and then talking about how like the business is very visual. So she was like a really like fat Latino woman, and she was talking about how there aren't that many roles for fat Latino women. So like she wants to lose weight, and after she finishes losing weight, she was going to be more comfortable with like getting in front of casting directors. And then I was just thinking about how like, well, like no one's ever fucking happy with how they look. I mean, I fucking still think like that's part of the human condition, always wanting to be better, right? So then I don't know, a little speech on like how like you're never gonna fucking love your body for how it is until you get over the fact like being insecure isn't anything that's new. Everyone experiences that, and yeah, but anyway, yeah, I told her about how it's okay, and if she doesn't love herself, then how can she ever expect anyone else to love her? And shit like that, and I remember her just like it was like weird, just how much words can affect people, and she she gave me a dollar, even though I didn't really care how much money I made that day,
Oh.
and she was like, she just I don't know, she was like really happy about it, and that made me feel a lot better. Yeah.
Is the advice that you give these strangers that come up to you the same that you would tell your friends, or are they a little bit more raw? Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your favorite season to do this in?
Yeah, everything's for winter because I'm not gonna stand out on that brick ass weather and um,
Do
you
that.
know and fucking give advice. Also, no one wants to stop in cold ass weather and ask for advice.
What's your favorite time of the day to sit out there?
Probably around 6 because program and all the people that work 9 to 5 jobs. Yeah, all the people that are working 9 to 5 jobs, they're kind of just like leaving work and they have like issues at home, whether it's like not seeing their kids that much or like having problems with their spouse or stuff like that, and they that's when a lot of people come. Just fun.
What kind of which demographic do you think comes to you the most or the most frequently?
Square, so it's kind of like you get a lot of tourists, like people with accents. I remember like some guy just gave me 30 euros, and I was like, okay, 30 euro cents. I was like, okay. Uh, Not that many hipsters. I guess like a fair share of hipsters. Around three, I get a lot of kids, but then I don't know. It's kind of not that many old people.
What kind
All
of
like
questions do kids ask?
relationship questions, like does she like me, or like I know a girl that likes a really older guy, and like I made out with her yesterday. So what does that mean?
Oh.
uh, and then also like body image. So like I'm fat, and how do I deal with that? It's kind of weird because then you see them huddling in their little groups, and they're like, oh, I was like that too. Oh, also a lot of like artists too,
Oh,
actually.
really? Do you ever find people who are really hesitant? Do you find that a lot of people are hesitant when they come up to you? Really? Okay.
Yeah, because they don't know me. Also, like I think, well, yeah, because I'm young and I'm Asian, and I'm not particularly harmful looking. I think that helps. And yeah,
Is there a reason why you choose Union Square over all the other parks?
yeah, more accessible, and also the fact that I can sit in the square and a bunch of people are going to walk by and they're all going to see me, as opposed to like Washington Square Park. Where would I even set up? Because wherever I set up, people from like all around. It's always going to be like
A
I don't know
cir-
if this makes sense. Yeah, so like if I set up on a bench in Washington Square Park, there are people behind me, and there are always going to be people that might not walk through the part of the section that I'm. But in Union Square, it's kind of like straight.
Oh, I didn't think about it like that.
And also like a lot of shit happens there. Yeah, like the Love Portal, and like soccer, and like people do rap ciphers there like every Friday. It's just a dope place to be.
Do you ever interact with other performers there?
Not really. I kind of keep to myself. Except when they come over to me and ask me for advice.
Do you usually do it by yourself, without TJ? Or ever since TJ left, have you ever replaced him?
uh, okay. I usually have like someone. I usually have a girl there with me because it just makes things easier because like I can't answer certain questions um, about like having a girl there to answer the certain questions that I might not have a scope to answer, like an authority answer. That helps a lot.
No.
Also, it decreases my sus levels.
Oh. Ooh, one more thing. Yeah, so I guess on a normal day, how many people do you interact with?
Oh crap! I have to do math now. Ah, shit. I want to say on a bad day I make like 150 to so a bad day that would be what 6 to 8 people in an hour. On a good day, in an hour, I can probably get to minimum wage, which is how much? How much is minimum wage?
Eight,
Seven,
yeah, $8.
7.25. For that's like around 30 people in an hour. That's a good day. So like I don't know, a medium day would be like the median. So what? That was 30. I don't know, like 10 to 15 people, which is like fun.
Would you say you learned anything by doing this? Or how has it changed you, like the way you think about things?
It's very like just the fact that yeah, I totally learned so much from it. Yeah, just like about what causes problems, like the demographics of New York City, and how like every fucking person literally has a story. It's ridiculous how many people come up to me, and then like yeah, I get so many artists, and then it's just weird because like they're fucking like having the same struggles that I am right now. So I know exactly what to tell them because that's what I fucking tell myself every single morning. Uh, God. Also, it's just like, yeah, yeah, I said it already. Just also, it's because like, probably the advice that I give to other people, it's probably like not even stuff that I follow. So like, I'm fucking. So like, for example, if it's a communication with like this guy and his girlfriend, like I totally suck with that. Like, yeah, it's like one thing knowing the end, just going through with it, right?
Okay.
Yeah, but
I came
yeah.
up with one more question, Frankie.
Okay, good for you.
If you were going to perform something else in the park, what would it be? And why did you choose on advice? Or if potentially if you were going to do something else, what else would your sign say?
Oh, if I were to do something else, I'd, hmm, 25 cents for something else?
Why do you charge 25 cents?
Because it's easy. Everyone has 25 cents. I want to charge $1, then I'd make like a huge profit, but no one's gonna give me $1. Uh, just a good number. If I were to do something else, oh my lord. Yeah, I can't really think of anything.